teenager will spend the next 5 years in prison after brutally beating a teacher's aide over a Nintendo Switch that she confiscated from him. Now, take a look at this. This is surveillance video from inside of the Florida high school. You can see the aide in the black shirt walking away when the 17-year-old chases her and then stomps on her and begins violently punching her. She lost consciousness. This continues until others run up and pull him off of her. Now, a judge this week sentenced the 17-year-old as an adult and gave him 5 years in prison and even more probation after he gets out. Some say he's not going to get the help that he needs behind bars.
A lot of people with autism experience at some point in their lives or express aggression. I do not believe he will receive the treatment he needs.
I absolutely do think the school district failed him, that we had a behavioral plan that was not followed.
Now, the victim had broken ribs, a concussion, hearing and vision loss, and now has PTSD, as you would expect in a situation like this. Definitely a disturbing situation.
Man, not only did the school fail him, the system failed him, man, because, man, they shipping all this money all over there to the Ukraine. They could be putting it back into the system and putting security guards up in there, man. Even if it's just some plain clothes security guards with cameras in the room, man. Man, them teachers don't get paid enough for that kind of shit right here. And another thing is this here. When I asked him to put the switch up, okay, he didn't want to, man, I would have went and got somebody. Because you can't handle these kids like you used to. These ain't your average kids. If you don't believe so, go turn on TV and look at some of the videos that they be shooting on some of the and doing some of the stuff they be doing. Then you'll see, or hanging around with some of the people that they hang around with guns and doing all that old crazy shit. Man, I ain't finna approach these kids like that. Go ahead.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, still, like you said, the system kind of failed them, and the lady was right. Because considering that he had autism, there should have been a different way to manage it. And as they say, it wasn't the first time that he showed violence and anger, and that's a part of the disease, you know, because mentally they're unable to function in social, settings. Sometimes it's difficult because their minds tell them to do some things or to react in a way that they have no control over. So where was his medicine? Was he on his medicine? I'd like to know that. I mean, what is the policy on how they deal with those children? He's had those behaviors before. Did he see the doctor? I think as a teacher, when I know that I'm dealing with, autistic children, then I'm sure there's a procedure for how you handle them. Just like you said, if you're asking them to do something and you ask them to put it away and they're showing resistance, then why are you the one trying to take it from them? Maybe you need to find someone else that can do it because you don't know how that kid is going to react. So, I mean, it's just kind of weird that she would take it. And I'm not saying that his behavior should be excused, but he does have a condition that causes him to react in this way. So as a teacher or a professional working with him, then I would know how to manage him and how to approach him. Even as a counselor, they tell you never, have your door, have yourself where you can find yourself locked into a room with a person with a behavior disorder, because you never know how they're going to react. And then you take it from them and then you leave the room, which probably made him even more angry that you left that room. So there was a lot of things that I think maybe should have been done differently, but nevertheless, the lady is hurt. And, unfortunately, the kid, the young man acted in a way based on the behavior and the condition that he had that caused violence to be, struck upon her. Because even as they pulled him away, his anger and rage was so engulfed that he still tried to go after her. Even several people, he still was kicking at her. So it didn't even calm down. And as you see him in prison, it's like, in his mind, he doesn't even feel like he's done anything wrong.
Man,
she was the enemy.
That dude act like she said something to that dude.
Yeah,
it looked like, it almost seemed like she said something to him to trigger him. And, you can't jump on nobody and beat him to a pulp, man. But, man, I would have liked to see the video before that led up to him doing all that. But the biggest thing is this here. They need to have some security guards in those classrooms, man, or roam in the hall, man. And all you need to do is push a button and it go off. Man, they got all kind of technology out here, and they got all kind of money to do it with too. So you telling me no wonder we
I
failing
think
in the
that
education system.
I think teachers need to, stop trying to deal with disciplinary problems. When you find someone that just being unruly in
Hit
the
the
class
button.
or getting out of the way, you call somebody
Hit the
and you
button. They
let them
should be
take
a.
over, because that's not what you're going
That's
to
all you
school
need
for.
to
That's
do.
the same. That's the same way I feel in any professions. This is not what I'm being paid for. That's just like a nurse. If you go into a room and a patient is throwing things and talking any kind of way, dude, you ain't sick. You don't need my help. So I'm gonna back up out that door. Even as a police officer, if you go into a situation and you see that situation can cause you harm and you can't de-escalate it, then you got to get out the way and think about saving your life. Like just walk away. And mental illness it's really, really it's a serious problem. And so a lot of times those people become someone that they can't even control themselves. They don't even know, like they'll do these things and then later on they're back to their self and don't even know what they've done. So he may not even remember beating her.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? Yeah, he might not remember, but I tell you what, if he would have did that to the right person, they would have put an ass whooping on him, and he'd woke up to the next day. He'd remember. He remember exactly what happened.
I don't know what kind of ass whooping they gonna put on him, because they say he 200 and something
I don't give
pounds
a
and
damn how tall it
6'5".
is.
So
Hey,
I don't know.
I don't give.
I don't know if too many people is going to be able to do
That's
that,
some
and
shit.
with the rage
Pick-
that
Pick some
illness
up,
can
pick
cause.
some up, and knock him upside the goddamn
Kevin,
head.
that is
That's all you
not the
got to
way you
do.
deal with somebody with
Shit, he ain't finna put
mental
me in the
illness.
hospital, and I can't take care of my family. I got kids too. I don't give a
Right,
damn about no
but you-
kids. I'll bust him
But there
upside
are
the head.
techniques and there are things that
Technique,
need
my
to be
how she
done.
gonna put a technique? What she gonna do? That
She
son
could
coming at him
have
100
let him
miles an hour.
have the thing and then
Shit.
call someone else to have them
Yeah.
deal with
That's
it and
yeah,
escort him
maybe,
out the
but
classroom.
she didn't. And when
No,
he
she
started coming
didn't.
at him like that, she gotta put her left foot in and dig in. Shit, man, I
Come on
bust
now.
him, man.
The
I tell
lady
you
was
what,
walking away with her back
she
turned. She
didn't
had
never
no
turn her back to
knowledge
that
he was going to.
crazy, to your crazy ass. They already told you had a problem. What you gonna be doing walking with your back turned, that crazy ass boy?
Because she may have walked out the class and he did not show violence.
He
But
heard
the fact that she walked out the class probably with the
Yeah.
Nintendo stick probably enraged him, and then that the voices in
Yeah.
his head or in the situation that started happening internalized him, and he developed an anger situation towards her and he went after her. So it's the disease process, and unfortunately she just was a victim of the disease process.
I bet you what. If they'd have got there, them police got there with that damn baton and started whooping his ass, I bet you when he got up the next day, he remembered exactly what happened.
Now,
That's
that's not right. That's why those people say, will the man get the help that he needs?
Help
Will
my
the
ass,
young
man.
guy get the help that he needs?
Listen, we gonna get you the help. Everything you need, we're gonna get you taken care of. But right now, we're gonna have to put some pain on your ass for the time being. Now,
No,
once we
there
get
are other
done and
methods.
bandage you up real good,
There are
we
other
put some
methods.
alcohol on your ass, then we'll send you into the
There are
counseling.
other methods.
We'll talk to you and all
Listen.
that there. But if you got the nerve to jump up and haul ass at this woman like this here, a raging bull, and we gonna talk about, well, we can talk to, ain't gonna be no talking. Ain't no
Well,
time
we know
for no
you
talking.
can't talk to him, but
Shit.
he's
Whooping on your
mentally
ass.
ill.
And then-
he's mentally ill.
And then
Kevin.
when he get the right ass whooping, he'll cut that shit out.
No, you can whoop his behind all you want. A mental illness, it doesn't matter. Beating a person, that's just like what the lady is saying. He's not going to get what he needs in jail. Because locking him up, beating him, and doing whatever you do is going to fix his mental illness.
I promise you this here. I bet you they gonna tighten him up in jail.
They ain't going to tighten him up. He might kill somebody in jail, which would result into him doing more
They gonna tighten him
time.
up.
No, it's
They gonna
not.
tighten him up.
Please.
They gonna
That
tighten
is
him
not
up.
what's going to happen. Somebody who
I
has
bet he
a
ain't.
mental
I bet
illness,
you what.
please.
I bet he ain't gonna go up in that prison running nothing.
It's not like
They're gonna
he's trying
tighten
to
him up.
run anything. It's the mental illness. Something is running him and controlling him. So because of his size, he's deadly when the voices is telling him to do things. Somebody needs to manage his condition, not
Yeah.
manage him. Stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Stop
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. All right.